ceremony. To the teachers who selected these students, I thank you for inspiring and recognizing excellence and for creating an environment for these students to learn. To the parents of these young adults, know that their achievement is a reflection of your help, your love, and your support throughout the years. And to the outstanding seniors being recognized today, I congratulate you on your hard work and diligence and commitment to do your best. These qualities that you've displayed that have earned you the recognition today will enable you to meet whatever challenges and opportunities your futures hold for you. Congratulations. And now at this point, it's my pleasure to introduce to you Helen, past president of the senior class.
Good afternoon. I'd also like to welcome you to the annual Helen St. John Award. My name is Colleen Katz, and I am the senior class president. On behalf of the senior class, I'd like to extend my sincere congratulations to the recipients of the Helen St. John Award. These awards are made yearly to recognize outstanding senior students in each department. As a symbol of this award, each award winner will receive a check and a reference book to help them at home and at college. Now, Renee Rosick, our class vice president, will help explain the origin of this award. The Helen St. John Awards are made each year to recognize the outstanding senior students in each department at East Lyman. While the Helen St. John Award has become well established at East Lyman, present students probably know little or nothing about the person in whose name the award is given. For faculty and staff, and for past Lyman students who knew her, Mrs. St. John was a remarkable person who worked for Lyman for 17 years. She taught math and social studies, and for her last 13 years here was assistant librarian. She was an active, vivacious person who took an interest in a wide variety of areas. Because they enjoyed dancing and sports, Mrs. St. John and her husband frequently attended Lyman dances and almost never missed Lyman sporting events. Mrs. St. John's greatest interest was in students. In the library, she worked with all kinds of students, drawing on her wide reading background to help them select a book for English, or calling on her exceptional memory for facts to lead on to reading research. And always there was her warm wit and her sincere concern for each individual as a person. When Helen St. John died in 1961, the faculty created a memorial fund, which for years supported the award program. When that money was gone, the senior class took over the financing so that the award could continue. It is now time to honor the recipients of this year's award. Here to do the presentation of the awards are our principal, Dr. Robert Johnson, and our coordinator of gifted education, Janet Barkley.
The last thing you want to hear right now is some speech from some old ball guy standing up here. So with that in mind, let me just first of all share my sincere congratulations to all of you up here. You are just a joy to work with. We wish you so much luck in a few months when you're done. But for now, let's get on with the good stuff, with the awards while we're all here. First of all, let's present the certificate winners in art. Fernando Marchand and Jose Martinez. Would you please come up? And the award winner, Katerina Hall.
Good afternoon. I'm Janet Barkley, coordinator at Gifted and one of the librarians. And I have just a couple things I need to announce before we honor Katerina. These awards are a wonderful tradition at East Lyman, and they've been around going on 40 years, which is just a wonderful tradition. I wanted to let you know that this past year, the husband of Helen St. John passed away.
Shelley Andrews, please go to the Social Studies office. Shelley Andrews, please go to the Social Studies office.
Gee, if we're lucky, we can edit that out. He left part of his estate to Leiden to assure that the tradition of these awards will continue. His thoughtfulness and generosity are certainly a wonderful tribute to Helen St. John and very much appreciated by our school. I'd like to thank all of you parents and teachers who are here today to pay tribute now to these outstanding seniors who are assembled here. Your presence is so very important. They couldn't be honored without you. I also wanted to thank the brass ensemble that played before the program. 2 of the 3 instrumental music winners are in that group and showed off their talents very well. So we thank those young people. I'd also like to bring attention to the artwork that's displayed here in front. Some wonderful work. I'm always amazed as very much a non-artistic person. Each of the 3 art winners have their work represented up here, so you might want to take a peek at that after the ceremony. So we thank them for sharing their talent also. So moving ahead with the awards, I must tell you that it is always a challenge for the teachers to select the top 3 students in the various departments, especially the top winner. Having gathered a lot of information about them, I have written about each of the 13 top award winners, and I know that you're going to be impressed by these incredible students. They bring pride and recognition to East Leiden every day. Today I will be assisted by 2 wonderful readers, Mark Reeves, one of our science teachers, and Myrna Favela, one of our speech team students. Okay, so we've had our announcement, and now I'd like to tell you about Katerina Alm. Webster's Dictionary defines feeling in a number of ways, including the ability to experience physical sensation, and awareness, and emotion, sensitivities. Our art department winner embodies all these definitions and brings them to her creative endeavors. As you learn more about Katerina today, you will understand what I mean. For example, Katerina has always been taught to enjoy nature and to recognize the little things that many people don't notice. She says, I like to use natural colors the way that I see them. I believe that my religion and spirituality greatly affect the way that I see things. I really don't know how to explain it, she says, but my art is not quite realism. She continues, when I create something, I think about the viewer. The piece of art has to have its own personal feel to it so that the person looking at my art feels it was made just for them. She further elaborates, I think that everything has a profound amount of beauty. It just has to be looked at in the right way. Her awareness of her own feelings and her own self is intense. She says, along with sketching to relieve stress and painting in my free time, I also like to write poetry because all of these things express who I am in ways that I cannot possibly do in a conversation. Katerina brings further light to her sensitivity as she says, the most interesting thing I have done in my life is to discover what kind of person I am. Through my internal growth and personal discoveries, I can now relate any part of myself to anyone else. Katerina's passion for her art is revealed with, I love to paint. Painting for me is my little niche because it feels the most comfortable to me and I love the end results. If I cannot work with oils or acrylics because of time or where I am, I use colored pencils in heavy glossy layers which gives the illusion of paint. With each new piece I create, I feel myself learning and expanding on my creativity. Katerina gives a lot of credit to the art department for her growth. She says, I like the art teachers very much because they treat students like adults and motivate students for self-growth. They do a wonderful job of teaching art fundamentals and then allow the students to use their creativity to their highest potential. Katerina also says, I feel that I'm very close to Mrs. Schuler and consider her a very respected friend and mentor. She was the teacher that most enriched my skills in art because of her patient listening and countless suggestions and tips on technique. Mr. Lappy also listened to my ideas and helped me a great deal with my future plans in art. This very talented artist plans to move to Champaign-Urbana to attend Parkland Community College, where she will complete her general education courses. She will then transfer to the art school at the University of Illinois. Her talents and experiences at Leiden paved the way for her to complete these plans.
She earned a scholarship for art summer camp at Eastern Illinois University 2 different summers. She received the Fern Award for art, and most impressively, she was awarded 2 Silver Key Awards in the Regional Scholastic Art Competition. This is the highly competitive and the longest-running recognition program in the U.S. for high school artists. Awareness of her environment, sensitivity to those around her, the artistic talent to express herself, and a lot of self-knowledge all combined to make Katerina Alm a feeling and perceptive artist and human being. We wish her continued growth and success.
In business education, the certificate winners are Raquel Chalmasco and Dhruti Shah. And the award winner, Michelle McGuire.
The office is large and tastefully decorated. Michelle McGuire is confident and comfortable as she buzzes her secretary to send in the next job applicant she will interview for the sales manager position. She welcomes the candidate and puts him at ease with her warm smile. Ever the professional, her questions elicit the information that she needs about his skills, experience, and character. As Human Resources Director, her decisions about which people to hire greatly impact her company and make her a key player in its success. That flash forward tells us about Michelle's vocational goal. A flashback at her days at Leiden will indicate that she will someday occupy that office. Business teacher Cheryl Swords states, Michelle epitomizes what being a student is all about. She is a trustworthy and honorable young woman who contributes to her school, her job, and her community. Michelle accepts and meets the many challenges that come her way. She is ranked in the top 7% of her graduating class. Enrolled in office occupations, Michelle is employed in the accounting department at Panasonic. Her supervisor states that she has an excellent attitude and gets along with everyone. Michelle plans to attend Elmhurst College to major in business communications. Mrs. Swords feels that she is exceptionally well suited for this particular area. Michelle's friendliness is mirrored in her comment that what she likes best in others is friendliness. She says, I love being able to feel comfortable around a person, and this quality makes me feel at ease. She has the same effect on others because she exudes warmth and has a dazzling smile. Michelle wants to work in human resources, formerly known as personnel, and she thinks that she may want to be a recruiter. Her head for business has been demonstrated through her involvement with the Business Professionals of America chapter here at Leiden. She has won several first-place trophies in BPA regional competitions. Participating in the physical education student leading program for 3 years has also added to her preparation for the business world. Michelle has also played the piano for 9 years and has performed in countless recitals, which has enhanced her poise and confidence, both qualities that are important for her projected business career. Of course, hard work and a sense of responsibility are also important. She comments, I have learned from Leiden to challenge myself with the more difficult courses offered here and to be responsible for my actions. These 2 lessons have helped to prepare me for college. In speaking about Leiden's teachers, Michelle said, one of the best teachers I ever had was an English teacher. This teacher improved the quality of my writing tremendously while making the class extremely fun. This teacher's take on teaching made learning seem effortless and appealing. Another great teacher I had was in the business department. Although I enjoyed all of my business classes, this teacher in particular encouraged me to make a difference and always tried to challenge me with projects to work on. This dynamic young woman has been selected 3 different times for an Exceptional Eagle Award, received the Fern Award in Business, and has consistently been on the high honor roll. Her future seems as bright as her smile. Enjoy decorating that big office, Michelle, and congratulations on this award.
In English, the certificate winners are George Nijma and Angie Herb. And the award winner, Ed Fansel.
Ed Fanslow, voted most likely to succeed and ranked in the top 4% of the senior class, hopes that people at Leiden will remember him as a person who could be fun and easygoing and yet serious and focused. He says, I hope they'll remember my loud school spirit, my humor in the hallways, my poise as a performer, my leadership, my writing talent, and the lively classroom discussions in which I participated. Ed has a positive and realistic view of his high school career, including his writing ability on the school paper and in his classes. Ed says, when my writing is really flowing, it feels as if I can't type fast enough, and I pound furiously, almost violently at the keys for fear of forgetting something in the process. The pieces of which I am most proud are the persuasive ones that give me the opportunity to change the way that people think about sports, politics, religion, and social issues. Ed reveals that his family and his religion are two things that he values most. He says, I'm fortunate to have a large, loving, extended family and a close-knit, immediate family. I credit them for building my character. My church has impacted the way that I treat myself and others. Daydreams about becoming a respected politician, a fair-minded newscaster, or a hard-working reporter have fueled Ed's plans for his future. He has been accepted at Northwestern University, where he will major in journalism. Leiden has helped him to prepare for his career options. Ed became the regional champion in radio speaking for our speech team and will be going to state soon, and also performed in numerous theatrical productions. Ed says, Mr. Narder, my speech coach for the last 3 years, gave me the poise and confidence that I needed to compete on the speech team and the performing arts in general. Mr. Jens, the choral director, has also made a significant impact on my life. Not only has he given me an appreciation of music, he has served as a role model of values and of dedication to one's career. He is a brilliant teacher, a talented director, and a true friend. Another experience that impacted Ed's future plans was the week he spent in Washington, D.C., immersed in our governmental system as a result of winning a presidential classroom scholarship. In addition, he was selected to participate in the Hugh O'Brien Youth Leadership Program. He used the knowledge gained from these two experiences to help out in the campaign of Al Salvi for the U.S. Senate. He gained insight into political campaigning and also learned how passionate he himself is about politics. Relevantly, Ed comments that what he likes most about Leiden is the amount of opportunities, both curricular and extracurricular, available to students. He indicates that he has learned the value of dedicating himself to meeting his goals, whether they have to do with the school paper, a concert, a play, a speech, an essay that he has to write for English, or a science project. I'll never be truly satisfied until I've done my best. I've also learned the value of a smile and a polite good morning or thank you. He says, I'm amazed at how many people I've met at Leiden just by passing them in the halls every day with a smile. And indeed he does. Ed has pictured himself as the hard-nosed reporter running from place to place, notebook in hand, with his sleeves rolled up and his tie undone. Northwestern has a premier journalism school where Ed will acquire the skills that he needs for that. He already has a lot of experience, the personality, and the drive for it. So, go be the Bob Bernstein of your generation, and we look forward to following your career.
In ESL, the certificate winners are Margojata Cava and Jose Hernandez. And the award goes to David Vasquez.
David says, I am very happy living in the United States because this country has many things to offer to people who want to progress in their lives. Another reason I am happy to be living in this country is that I have been lucky finding an excellent school with a great faculty and excellent programs that are offered for students. Everything that his teachers and he say about his years at Leiden are consistent with his sincere statement. Who indeed, David has a great desire to progress. His progress has been a two-sided effort on David's part and his teachers. David says, to learn English took me about a year of really hard work, and the person who helped me the most to learn this language was Mrs. Karen Cruz. She is an ESL teacher here at East Leiden. He goes on to say, this high school has helped me to be a valuable person by teaching me English, which is one of the most useful languages throughout the world. Also, Leiden has helped me to expand my knowledge about careers available in our society. In other words, Leiden has helped me to reach my goals. David indicates that he has learned a great deal about technology and its applications here at Leiden. His future goal is to be accepted into a good university to study computer engineering. Karen Cruz indicates that David really expects a lot from himself and sets high goals. In telling about David's progress at Leiden, she says, the thing about David is that he participates. After his first year at Leiden, he went to Italy with the exchange program, joined the Pulse Club and the Key Club, and sang and danced in the spring musical called Hello, Dolly. He entered the statewide essay contest for ESL students and also participated in the Com-Disco program. This semester, he's out for track. She goes on to say, when David entered East Leiden in 1995, he was placed in ESL 2. About a week after school started, David asked me to move him to ESL 1, since he felt absolutely lost and couldn't understand what I was saying in class. I persuaded him to try to stay in the more advanced class, since he had studied English in Ecuador. I suggested that he begin reading some of the simplified literature books that we have, and he followed through. Before long, he was giving oral book reports in English, participating in class discussion, and feeling confident in his ability to progress quickly in mastering the English language. He gained so much confidence that he began to join clubs and make friends with some non-Hispanic students. Mrs. Cruz also says that David is 100% attentive in class, and that his notebook is a model of organization and neatness. His thoughtful questions help all of his classmates to stay focused on the lesson and to learn more effectively. The other side of the effort in David's progress has come from all of his teachers. In addition to Mrs. Cruz, David offers special gratitude to Ms. Beatrice Porro and Mr. Brian McAdow. David says the reason they are both good teachers is that they are always ready to help any student. Mr. McAdow also shows himself as a friend who can help any student with a school or personal problem. Mrs. Porro teaches the students with a good environment, which is important for learning. David, just as you won an award last year, you are an exceptional Eagle. You bring honor to your family by being a fine student and a fine young man. Congratulations on this award and much continued success.
In Family and Consumer Sciences, the certificate winners, Brett Niemer and Rosemary DeMott. And the award winner, Tricia Bartol.
There is that helpless feeling as you lie back, the burning smell and the grind of the grill, the involuntary contraction of your throat, and the pinch of the saliva gadgets. Ah, yes, the dentist's office. But there is that gentle, friendly, skillful dental hygienist who makes it all okay. This future projection features Tricia Bartolo, who plans to attend Harvard Junior College to earn a degree in dental hygiene. She has wanted to work in the medical field since she was a child. She even practiced giving shots at her dolls. Tricia has taken a number of classes in the Family and Consumer Science Department, including medical careers. That class helped her to decide on dental hygiene. She states her appreciation to Ms. Schultz and Ms. Budell for helping her to make that decision and for being great teachers. These two teachers shared the following medical careers class experience about Tricia. While on site at the hospital, students are to meet in the lobby promptly at 11 a.m. in order to make it back to Leiden on time. Ms. Schultz and Ms. Budell are strict about punctuality. One day, everyone had come to the lobby on time, except for Tricia and her partner. The teachers and students were becoming impatient. Ms. Schultz sent the other students to the bus and was about to go to the maternity ward to find the two students, planning her reprimand in her head. She had just started down the hall when the two girls came running with medical masks still hanging from their necks and tears streaming down their eyes. They began shrieking, "It's a girl! It's a girl!" They were both shaking and still crying. They had witnessed the birth of a baby. Ms. Schultz says, "In the 4 years we've taught medical careers, no student has been fortunate enough to have this experience." She goes on, "The parents of the child have since contacted the school in order to connect with the girls and to send a picture of the baby. Tricia's maturity and sincerity helped her to gain access to the birthing room and earn the respect of the newborn's parents. Those same qualities are demonstrated in her work as a dental assistant at the Franklin Park Dental Association. Tricia is ranked in the top 8% of the senior class and loves to read, preferring to read books of her own choosing, not the assigned ones. Not too unusual. Her favorite book is The Catcher in the Rye. Favorite movie? Titanic. She'll be watching the Academy Awards while eating her favorite food, lasagna. Tricia is in the Spanish Honor Society and received second place in Leida's 1997 Prize Right contest. Tricia says that what she enjoys most about Leiden is that she can be who she is. We like who you are, Tricia, and are excited about your bright future. We promise to all keep brushing and flossing. Congratulations on this award."
In foreign language, the certificate winners, Sean Maher and Vanessa Villacourt. And the award winner, Charles Helen.
Knowing the Allen brothers and their parents is a distinct pleasure because they are positive, involved at school, maintain high academic standards, and they are all friendly and pleasant. David Allen, a 95 Leiden grad, is already studying at the Air Force Academy. Charles will be joining him there next fall. Younger brother Brian is also going to apply when he graduates. Air Force cadets receive their entire education at government expense and in addition receive a monthly stipend for expenses. Obviously, there is a lot of competition to be accepted. The Allen boys have what it takes. Exceptionally intelligent and ranked number 1 in his class, Charles speaks 3 languages. He has taken Spanish all 4 years in high school and learned English and Korean at home. He says, coming from a 2-culture family has allowed me to learn 2 languages and sound like a native speaker. It has also exposed me to various interesting traditions, foods, and family structures. He says, my parents have helped my brothers and me by always encouraging us in all of our endeavors and sacrificing so much time to make us good people. I thank them for their support by meeting their expectations and achieving my goals. Charles has earned most of the awards around Leiden, from Coach's Award for Cross Country to Exceptional Eagle. He has been on the high honor roll each semester and is an Illinois State Scholar. He participated in Presidential Classroom Program, which took him to Washington, D.C. for a week and expanded his interest in politics. Last year, he spent time volunteering for U.S. Representative Henry Hyde. Charles adds, "Oh yeah, I'm a Republican." This impressive young man believes that his best personal qualities are his well-roundedness and his ability to balance his time. He says it has helped me to better myself, prepare for college, and made me appreciate the hundreds of things to do besides school. He indicates that it was at Leiden that he learned to manage time, be independent, and to excel, all key things for building a successful future. In addition, he greatly appreciates the advanced placement classes at Leiden, saying the teachers treat us like college students, and all the responsibility is placed on us. This is great for preparing us for university classes. Charles says with conviction that all of his Leiden teachers have been great. He pays special tribute to Mrs. Corwin for teaching him about life as well as about math. She was always there to answer my questions, write recommendations, or give me good sound advice. He also really appreciates Mr. Dickey's dedication to helping his students do well on the American History AP test, and also thanks him for his sense of humor. Charles praises his health teacher, Mr. Stark, saying he has been a source of inspiration for me. I trust him, and he is always ready to listen if I want to talk with him. He has shown me how much better I can be when I push my limits. Charles and his teachers have, in tandem, built him a strong academic and social foundation that have prepared him for the rigors of the Air Force Academy. Charles is going to double major in business and computer science. In fact, he already loves tracking stocks, during which he has seen people make and lose fortunes in minutes. His goal down the road is to own his own investment firm on Wall Street. Consider this scenario, Charles. You go to the academy, earn a business degree, make your millions on Wall Street, meet and help many powerful Republicans, and end up being elected to the House seat that was formerly held by Henry Hyde. All of the Democrats at Leiden will just love it. Just kidding. Whatever the scenario, we know that you will do yourself, your family, and Leiden proud. Congratulations.
In Industrial Tech, the certificate winners, David Mortensen and Greg Abrams. And the award winner, Mike Demansky.
A good guess would be that there are posters of Chevrolets hanging all above a partially dismantled computer in Mike Demansky's bedroom. He owns a Chevy Beretta, which he loves. Ever since his father bought a computer that didn't work, and he and Mike got it going, Mike has also loved computers. He has taught himself a great deal with that one computer. That passion has worked to Leiden and Mike's advantage. But let's start a little closer to the beginning. Mike greatly appreciates his two junior high computer and hypercard teachers. They brought out my talent in technology, he says. It was Mr. Hodges' junior high class that pointed me in the direction of computers. It was he that led me to a wonderful teacher here at Leiden, my computer concepts teacher, Mr. Don Sage. He taught me a lot about computers, which got me to begin to think on my own. Mr. Sage was delighted to spot his talent. Mike spends a lot of time in the computer-aided drafting lab, repairing computers that go down. Mike is ranked in the top 13% of the senior class, which is reflected in a comment by Mr. Sage. I have found Mike to be a very bright student with a real love of technology. He has high expectations for himself and has the ability to meet those expectations. Mike is self-motivated, as evidenced by the excellent work he has done in the A+ program. Mike learned about the A+ program through the business department. Triton offered 3 slots to Leiden for this program, which is a training course for repairing computers. Mike says, I couldn't pass up a wonderful chance like this, so now I am enrolled in dual credit program with Triton College. I am on my way to becoming an A+ certified computer technician. Mike took advantage of another opportunity here at Leiden. He was selected for and attended the ComDisco student program in computers. Mike has enjoyed the industrial tech classes he has taken, namely machine tool, advanced machine tool, computer-aided drafting, advanced computer-aided drafting, and automotive technology. He says basically all of these classes gave me to learn. Mike shared this one story. In an industrial tech project that really sticks out in his mind, it happened in an automotive class. I was the only one who was able to take the transmission pan off the bottom of the car without lifting it up. It was quite an accomplishment, although all the transmission fluid spilled out. He adds, the industrial tech classes taught me a lot of common sense. That's why hands-on experience is the best way to learn. Mike has learned so much here at Leiden that he and another A-plus program student developed and gave a presentation on computer repair for our faculty during the Fall Institute Day. Teachers commented on Mike's enthusiasm and the good organization of the presentation. You're definitely on your way, Mike. We all wish you great success in the computer field.
In mathematics, the certificate winners, Andrew Paul and Sean Mata. And the award winner, George Nijman.
According to Leiden math teacher Joanne Corlin, George is known as Mr. Serious and Mr. Right, not reflecting his politics, but rather his correctness. She says that she often graded George's paper first in order to check her own answer key. She says George has the most consistent ability to deal with new and difficult situations, to take risks without being flustered, and to share his knowledge and expertise with others. He has earned, from his peers and adults alike, great respect for his genuine good character. With gifted leaders like George, we can believe and trust that positive answers will be found for the problems of the 21st century. Ms. Corlin's comments provide some of the reasons that George is receiving both the Math Department and the Science Department awards here today. It is extremely rare for this to happen, but his accomplishments in both departments cannot be exceeded. Also, his leadership and hard work for the math team and several other extracurriculars have been exemplary. Not only was he named an AP Scholar by the College Board, he also is a National Merit Commended Student, which places him in the top 4% of those tested all across the nation. No wonder he's ranked number 4 in the senior class and was voted most studious. George says that what he enjoys most about Leiden is the genuine caring attitude of his teachers. He declares that all of his teachers have been great and selected 2 as excellent examples, saying, Mrs. Corlin, who is genuinely sincere, has the ability to get a student excited about math. When she sings a math song or wears a quirky math t-shirt, she always makes class fun. She is sort of a legend here. She dances on her desk once in a while, too. Anyway, Mrs. Landshut, George goes on to say, brings excitement into learning by sharing real-life, humorous, and insightful tales that relate to what she's teaching in biology. Her innovative lab experiments are great. This gifted young man indicates that his Leiden experiences in math and science have led to his decision to major in pre-med in college. This future position has some interesting reflections about math and science. He says, what I like most about math is the versatility of its applications in the real world of science, accounting, and engineering. Predictions about future events are made possible. Math is an art because once it is mastered, there are no limits to its intriguing and exciting applications. When asked what everyday problems he thinks science will solve, George had an answer that excited me. He says, pretty soon I think science will solve the problem of weight gain by supplementing, exercising, and dieting with gene therapy. Bring it on. George also comments, I have been extremely pleased with Leiden's science labs and equipment. For example, the centrifuges and analytical balances. We also have the equipment to study genes through a process known as electrophoresis. He adds, I particularly like the cat dissection in AP Biology because it taught me much more than reading alone could have. It is a wonderful happenstance when there is a perfect match between scholar and educational institution. Lyden and George have experienced that, and both sides are grateful. Thank you, George, for all that you have given Lyden, and we wish you great success. Somewhere out there, your fortunate patients are waiting for their doctor. I wrote a note to myself right there, stay at mine. Well, we have a special treat for you this afternoon. Our 3 choral music department award recipients are going to sing a short medley from the brilliant new musical Ragtime. Please welcome Katie Anderson, Juana Chirita.
So certain and straight and unbending.
In choral music, the certificate winners, Myrna Favela and Juana Churi. And the award winner, Katie Anderson.
Through her singing today, Katie has provided proof that she has the talent to seek a career in music education. She plans to go to Bowling Green State or Michigan State to study. She would like to be a college music professor down the road. Her experiences in chamber singers and swing choir will help. This year she was selected for the varsity quartet, which is an honor. Katie has been at this music thing for a long time. She sang her first solo in kindergarten. She has taken voice lessons on and off for the last 3 years and loves to sing songs from musicals like Miss Saigon, Ragtime, and Phantom of the Opera. The highlight of her lighted career was being in Broadway in the 90s. Katie says that she spends most of her time singing and doesn't have time for any other hobbies. Her belief that music is important to the world because it is a universal language to which anyone can relate, and her strong focus should help with her career plans. In relation to her college plans, Katie says, "One thing that is helping me get ready for college is the fact that my teachers push me to work to my potential." She is ranked in the top quarter of her class. Katie also says, "What I like most about Leiden is that teachers care so much about their students and their progress. I hope teachers care just as much in college." Katie greatly appreciates all of the help that she has received at Leiden. She pays a special tribute to Mr. John Jens, the choral director, saying, "When I think about my favorite teachers, a lot of teachers come to mind. When I think of the best teachers, one stands out among the rest. Mr. Jens has been my teacher for 4 years. During this time, he has taught me more than just music. He has taught me to believe in myself, to accept challenges that come my way, but most importantly, he has taught me to be a good person. Mr. Jens has done a lot to help me change my life for the better. I consider myself lucky to be able to work with someone of his caliber during my high school years. I am proud to call Mr. Jens my teacher and my friend." Katie, someday a student of yours may give you similar praise. We wish you that kind of success and also hope that your 3 wishes come true. She explained, "If I could have 3 wishes, my first wish would be to go on the Illinois Ambassadors of Music trip to Europe this summer. My second wish would be to end up going to the same college as my friends. My third wish would be to get a scholarship for college." Good luck on all fronts, Katie.
In instrumental music, the certificate winners, Amy Morris and Katie Simonides. And the award winner, Bill Pazia.
Is Bill a bona fide certified musician? Well, a musician is skilled in music and is a performer. Bill certainly meets those criteria and goes beyond skilled to talented and creative. In fact, he has devoted his high school career to music. Mr. Miller, our music department chairman, says, "Bill has been a trombone player in Leiden's symphonic, marching, and jazz bands for all 4 years at Leiden. His contributions to building a quality band program have been enormous. In addition to his instrumental work, Bill also sings in the a cappella choir and chamber singers and made all-district choir this year. In both his junior and senior years, he was accepted to the University of Illinois' prestigious Allerton Chamber Music Symposium. He has also performed with Roosevelt University's All-Chicago High School Jazz Ensemble." Mr. Miller goes on to say, "In addition to his excellent musical contributions, Bill provides great leadership and serves as an excellent role model to the younger members of the band. Bill has made a tremendous journey during his high school years. His dedication to excellence and strong desire to succeed should make his future just as impressive." Bill is a young man who has devoured every musical opportunity offered at Leiden. He even says, I'll probably be remembered as a band nerd and a choir geek since I have spent so much time in the music department. Bill attended the Illinois Summer Youth Music Camp on scholarship last summer. He is in the newly formed trombone choir. In addition, he plays the euphonium in the award-winning low brass ensemble. He played in the pit orchestra for Leiden's production of Hello, Dolly. He says a big musical highlight at Leiden was performing before the 3,000 people who came to hear the Navy's Jazz Ambassadors, a fabulous group to open for. Bill says that his greatest strength is his music and he loves it. He says, I pick up my horn and play for hours. That is when I have the best time. I use music in everything, even to relieve stress. Bill's post-high school plan is to attend Triton College for 1 year and then transfer to a downtown Chicago music school such as Vanderbilt or Roosevelt University. He says, Leiden helped me to develop my love for music. I know that sharing the joy of music is what I want to do with my life. I don't know yet if it will be as a performer or an educator. Bill says that the best thing about Leiden is the teachers, and he appreciates the solid base that he has on which to build his future education. He has high praise for Mr. Miller in instrumental music and Mr. Jens in choral music. He says, I have spent most of my high school time with them. Therefore, they have had the greatest impact on me. Many teachers use negative motivation, like period 10s and referrals, to make students work up to their potential. These two teachers, he says, use more positive motivation, which results in students motivating themselves to practice a lot. He says we end up wanting to play like some of the great musicians such as J.J. Johnson. Bill is talented, hardworking, and determined. His character is further reflected in his volunteer work. He works part-time at and also volunteers at the West Suburban Special Recreation Association in Franklin Park, where he helps the handicapped. He has been doing this for several years and enjoys it because he makes people happy and helps them to enjoy their lives. Here, for sure, is another Leidenite for whom we have admiration and appreciation. Congratulations, Bill.
In boys' physical education, the certificate winners, George Nijma and Tim Tasker. And the award winner, Ed Platts.
Ed Plattis is a gifted Leiden athlete and a leader of his peers. He is ranked in the top 15% of the senior class. Strong of mind and body, he considers himself persistent, calm, and helpful. Ed is the student leadership program leader assisting Tim Stark's classes. Ed is cool under pressure and positive with the other students, says Mr. Stark, who also adds, he is hardworking and dependable. Ed is confident and yet humble at all times. He is personable, dedicated, tenacious, a conqueror, respected by his peers. Wow. Ed, you want to move to my neighborhood? If you want to find Ed during the day, one place to look where you'll find him is in the weight room. He appreciates it when a friend says that he is improving and he looks better. He takes pride in staying in shape, loves athletic competition. He has been a two-time pentathlon finalist here at Leiden and played football for 3 years. Ed has been an outstanding wrestler at Leiden for all 4 years. A 3-year varsity starter, he achieved all conference and was a sectional qualifier. Recently, he placed second in a challenging 16-team tournament. Mr. Stark says Ed has the ability to know what needs to be done, how to do it, and is able to make creative adjustments when the need arises. He demonstrates these abilities in wrestling, and I believe that these same abilities will enable him to be successful in whatever path he takes. That path has not been specifically chosen yet by Ed, but the future does hold a college degree, he says. He credits Leiden with giving him life skills and opportunities for growth in the classroom. He compliments his sophomore English teacher, Mr. Callister, for always being cheerful. I learned in his class, and I always had fun. I also enjoy Mr. Stark's classes because he always gets us into some fun, competitive situations. Ed Plattis appears in the eyes of many to be an exceptional athlete and someone who will continue to excel on all playing fields. Congratulations on this award, Ed.
In girls' physical education, the certificate winners, Brenda Drehobel and Amy Korzinski. And the award winner, Kathy Kafira.
The curtain opens on the third grade's production of Dennis the Menace. The parents are enthralled with the talent they see before them, talent they had no idea existed. The costumes are just darling, and what a clever set. That Miss Cafaro is such a wonderful teacher, they all agree. She works so well with our children. Kathy, who admits to daydreaming, can well imagine the scene and is working to make it come true. She says, I try not to daydream, but it happens. I love thinking about the future, my teaching career, my boyfriend, and money. Well, some daydreaming is a kind of focusing, Kathy. Our Miss Cafaro, who ranks in the top 20% of the class, plans to attend Illinois State University to major in elementary education and minor in theater education. PE teacher Chris Cook says of Kathy, she wants to be an elementary teacher, and after having her as my student leader, I feel she is making the right choice. From the first day, Kathy has exemplified all the characteristics of a wonderful teacher. She is a great role model and able to lead and motivate a class. She demonstrates both enthusiasm and patience. In counterpoint, Kathy indicates that she has learned a lot of responsibility through the PE department. She says, I love being a student leader in my PE class and watching the freshmen become athletes. There is one boy that has a behavior problem. At the end of our volleyball unit, I noticed that he had tried so hard. So I told him that he should try out for the boys' volleyball team at Leiden. I wish I had a picture of his smile. It was saying, someone cares. I know that I want to be a teacher. Her delight with that student's response to her is proof of a good decision. Other important proof is that she was a finalist for the prestigious Golden Apple Scholarship. The selection process is rigorous, and being a finalist means the state-level committee saw the promise of Kathy becoming an exceptional teacher. Minoring in theater is a natural for Kathy, who was named Best Freshman in Theater. That year, she had the lead in Christmas Carol as Miss Scrooge. She is a singer, dancer, and all-around performer who has been in the musical every year and in the music department's Broadway productions and the Disney Spectacular. Drama teacher and director Jim Leese praises Kathy highly. She is a really neat kid, he says. We've had many good conversations on an intellectual level unusual for a high school student. She is always wanting to improve herself. Kathy says, this year I am very active in the choir and theater departments. Call me a geek, but I am so happy. Part of her happiness is serving as president of Leiden's International Thespian Society. She is also vice president of our Future Educators of America Club. Of Leiden's teachers, Kathy says, I would never have given up any of my teachers here for anything in the world. As an example, let me tell you about Miss Morrison and Dr. Masters. Miss Morrison was my PE teacher for 2 years. She was a tough teacher. Sure, you think, how hard could a PE teacher be? She knew I wanted to be part of her student leaders program. She made me work hard to stay in. She became a really good friend, and I hope she never forgets me. Dr. Masters has put me into reality check many times since I've been in high school. He is helping to prepare me for college. Of all the people I've ever met, I would have to say that he's one of the very nicest, who will always have a lasting effect on me. Kathy, start reading plays suitable for elementary productions. You're going to be a great teacher. Congratulations on this award.
In science, the certificate winners, Charles Allen and Sean Mott.
floor, George, and we won't have you sit through another verbal recitation about you.
Sure, just when I get comfortable. In social studies, the certificate winners, Charles Allen and Don Coletzis. And the award winner, Sean Meyer.
Well, which sounds better to you, Professor Meyer or Senator Meyer? Someday, we will hear one or both in reference to Sean, whose plan is to attend the University of Illinois, earn a degree in history, and get teacher certification. While teaching, he will work towards a PhD with the goal of becoming a professor at a university. He eventually wants to become involved in politics, starting at the state level and moving up. Are these realizable dreams? Much of what Sean has done here at Leiden points to an affirmative answer to that question. For starters, Sean is ranked number 2 in the senior class and has impressed his teachers with his superior work, maturity, honesty, and kindness. Sean learned how to create and explore in unfamiliar areas with participation in the JETS engineering program and in youth and government activities, the latter teaching him how to defend his beliefs. He says band has taught him the importance of hard work and dedication. Sean loves to discuss politics and mythology and to debate about controversial issues. He adds, social studies has helped me to become a better reader and thinker because it has taught me how to analyze what I've read and write it down in a logical way. It has also taught me how to take a situation and ask why it happened. He confides that he has strong political views that sometimes rub people the wrong way. All of these dimensions of Sean work together to point him towards his goals. He reveals the best things in life are the family who cares about me very much, all of my friends, and all of the success I have had both musically and academically in my life. When asked why so many people admire him, he replied, I think because I am always willing to help and they know it. They also know that I work hard and I am successful because of this hard work. I guess that I appear to be calm too. That can help to calm others who are stressed out. Sean says that the most important thing that he has learned at Leiden is the value of hard work. He says, I never see myself as a naturally smart person, but if I work hard at something, I can learn it. I will continue to work hard in the future. Sean is as enthused about his teachers as they are about him, and you can believe that it has been a virtual love fest when teachers talk about it. He says, every Leiden teacher I have had is great, and each teacher has affected my life in their own special way. For example, Mrs. Corwin and Mrs. Lucas were the first 2 teachers who gave me a lot of work, and they prepared me for my future AP classes. Mr. Dickey's American History AP class inspired me to major in history. I've had Mr. Miller for 4 years now, and I not only look at him as a teacher, I also look at him as a friend with whom I can talk about anything. To all the other teachers I have had, I would just like to say thanks. Sean has been successful here in academics, music, and in his relationships with others. He's comfortable with himself as being diplomatic. He knows that he can depend on his strong work ethic and wants to serve others as an educator and a political figure. You have our vote, Sean. Remember Leiden when you get to Washington.
Mr. Reeves. On behalf of the senior class, I would once again like to extend my sincere congratulations to the recipients of the Helen St. John Departmental Awards. Please be sure to pick up your book and your check over here to my left when we're done. I would like to thank everyone who made this ceremony possible, Dr. Johnson, Ms. Barkley, and the library staff. Thank you for being with us on this special occasion. Please join us for the reception and take this opportunity to congratulate all of the recipients. Thank you.